You're watching the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand.
Salah to settle it in front of the Kop.
Yes, hello and welcome back to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. Sorry, we've just had a bit of lunch.
He's literally just finished it about 3 seconds before he started.
That's important. Fuel yourself up for these videos. Okay, great to have you back. I'm here with Doyle. First appearance on the channel for a while, man.
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Good to have you back. We're reacting to the friendly that's just happened now, the 8-goal thriller, right, against Furth out in Germany. 4-4, Doyle. 11 changes at half-time. Pretty mad game, actually. That was actually the score of our last professional game against Southampton, if you remember. So I'm not really liking these 4-4s, but started off really well. Diaz, great to see him scoring in that number 7 shirt, and it was a great goal.
Yeah, it was. I guess what I can say from these last 2 games is, if there's anything to take from it, is we've scored 8 goals in 2 games. I know we've conceded 6 in 2 games as well, but it seems like the front line are working. I don't know if anyone's seen Darwin Núñez's goals today. I was pleasantly surprised by the composure, by just a completely different Darwin Núñez, to be quite honest with you. That's what it looked like. It looked like the one that we'd actually bought. It looked good. There's chaotic football pre-season. You can't really look into it too much, can you? It's one of them. I think we literally swapped every single player, like literally every single one. We had a young lad that scored a very, very unfortunate own goal. What was his name?
That was James McConnell. If you haven't seen this own goal, again, we can laugh about it because it's in pre-season. We wouldn't be laughing about this if it was first day at Chelsea.
No, we wouldn't.
But it's one of those own goals that will probably end up in some kind of DVD or a Blu-ray.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Of the worst own goals ever. It's actually a decent finish.
But
right in the bottom left corner.
Yeah.
But after Diaz's goal, and it was a great goal, suddenly it was 1-1 after half-time with that own goal. And then, as you said, Darwin scored 2 in 10 minutes. Now, I was watching the highlights for the last game with you yesterday, and you had a go at Núñez for that pass to Salah, which Salah gave it him back, and then Núñez scored. But the finishes that we saw today, they are just instinctive, number 9. You barely even need to look where the goal is because he's seeming to have that instinct in him. To be fair, he had a very productive pre-season last year, scored a lot of goals. So it's good to see Darwin just, whatever game it is, putting the ball in the back of the net, because this is the number 9 that we signed. 2 goals in 10 minutes. Yes, the opponent isn't Premier League standard, but good finishes and good confidence. Yeah,
and also he's playing well with the other front lads. Like Mo Salah seems to assist Darwin Núñez a lot, and that's because he's always looking for the forward runs. So you got to give it to Darwin. He's always making options for the player with the ball, which is definitely what you want. But today he just got his head down. He stuck his head down. He used his pace, and when he needed to be composed, he just was, lad. It was exactly what you said: composure and instinct type of finishing. It's the problem with the lad is when he's got too much time. We were saying it earlier, weren't we? When he's got too much time to think, he just seems to dawdle on the finish or doesn't quite know what to do. And we've seen it with that first goal in the last game. He was 1-on-1 with the keeper. He could definitely score that goal, but he decided he was going to try and pass it, and then he got the ball back anyway and slotted it. So he should have just done that first time like he did today, and I'm really happy with him actually. This is the type of form that we need from him. He's going to be in the Premier League and be our number 9. You need to be doing this, lad, every week. You really do.
You know what? Going back onto your point of Salah assisting Núñez, that to me shows just how good a footballer Mo Salah is. And again, he doesn't get enough credit, maybe from our own fans, but the wider
from anybody,
community
lad,
as well. But because he's out on that wing, he's looking for who's making that bursting run, and he can always find them. It was a great pass for Núñez, goes around the keeper, great finish. And then Mo did score again in the 89th minute to actually snatch this 4-4 draw. So again, he's invaluable to Liverpool. The way that he scores and assists it's a joke.
Mo Salah, in my opinion, genuinely, it's not because I'm a Liverpool fan. He is one of the most disrespected, underrated, world-class players. He really is. Because he is world-class. He does it season after season. How many seasons in it? In 06, he's had 20 goals. What did he get last season? Was it 19 goals and 20 assists? That's madness, lad. They're top stats. If you're going to sell a player like that, or you're going to buy a player like that, you're looking on big money, like massive money. So the fact that he doesn't get the plaudits that he deserved, he got it for about half a season last season, and that was about it. Or the season before, he got it for about half season, and then the noise went down about him. But this man has been Mr. Consistent for Liverpool, and it's great to see him mixing with the new lads. It really is. He just seems to find his feet no matter who's playing with him. Yeah, exactly that. Just effortless lad. He's wonderful, wonderful player to have. Massive asset for Liverpool. Especially with all these outgoings that we've got at the moment. It's huge for us, lad.
Yes.
So I'm happy to see him like finding assists, finding goals in the pre-season. Like, it's important.
Quickly on the outgoings before we look at the lineup for this game, Fabinho, his move has been halted due to the fact that he wants to take his 2 French bulldogs to Saudi. They're banned in Saudi Arabia.
What's football become, lad?
It's a joke, honestly. We stand with Gus, innit?
Absolutely, lad. Scouse Gus, innit?
Scouse Gus. Hendo, obviously, his deal should go through any minute now as well, and he should be holding up that shirt soon, which will be painful to watch. We spoke about this in depth yesterday over a couple of Guinnesses, didn't we?
Yeah, I'm just sad about
the
it, lad.
situation.
Let's be real. Like, his legacy of Liverpool is not like tarnished. Like, we've had players like Luis Suarez, who's just a terrible human being, but he still was a fantastic player for Liverpool, and we'll still remember him as a good player. Simple as that. I remember Jordan Henderson for the footballer that he was and the leader that he was for the lads that were building that team with Jurgen Klopp. But I will lose respect for him in the same way that if you're coming out and you're outspoken about all these different things, lads, and then
Black
all of a
Lives
sudden,
Matter, LGBTQ,
and then you go to a place where that's not necessarily celebrated. In fact, it's frowned upon. I don't think I can respect your character in that way anymore, lads. But
the same question I asked you yesterday, would you have done the same?
I am in a completely different position to that boy, lad. I scrape by, I'm skint like everybody else, lad. Even though we all do this, we still have to make a living,
Yes, he isn't. Question.
Yes, I would. But but I'm not outspoken. I'm not a role model. I'm not making millions of pounds and I can already set my family up for the next generation.
It's different. It's different.
I know the Saudi money that he's getting is like that generational wealth.
Generational.
Like 4 years down, they'll be just as rich as you are right now, lad. And I get that. But also, brother, you ain't going to be there for that. You don't know what that's going to be. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, what you stand for now in the life that you're living is what's the most important thing. And this will go down on your record as you sold something. You sold some of your models out for a bit of dough, lad. And I get it. I totally understand it. But at the same time, that's the reality. They're the facts. Consequences of decisions that we make, lad. That's it. That's my opinion on it, lad.
Play.
I like him. Love him. I love the kid. Think he's great. But honestly, that's got to mark him down a little bit.
I'm sure that chat will go on in the comments, but let's look at the team that started. A couple of standout points for me. The first being that back five, apart from Trent, is our top first choice back five. Interesting to see Conor Bradley again starting at right back and Trent again starting in the centre of midfield. 2 questions for you. Conor Bradley, how likely is it for him to start getting some Premier League games if Trent's going there? And the more that you see Trent in midfield, are you thinking, why would we move him back to right back?
The point is, right, in these football games you can't be rigid anymore. You cannot have one system and then go, that's going to work for every team, because it will not. That's why Pep Guardiola's the best, because he's so dynamic. He doesn't get stuck in his ego and he changes his system literally every single bloody season, and then even in that it has 3 or 4 variations to what he's going to do depending on his opponents. So yes, Trent's going to go right back to right back without a shadow of a doubt. He'd be there. But it does mean in certain games when we want to play that box midfield, he's getting practice for it. Like he got practice for it in the last part. Because he will be used in midfield as well, similar to what Pep does with John Stones. Slots him back in centre back, but then when he wants him in centre defensive mid, lad, he pushes him up and he plays that box midfield. So I'm happy to see it. Like, Conor Bradley had a great season yesterday. Who was it for? Was it Preston or Bolton? That was it, lad. Sorry.
Won the St Johnston's paint trophy, the Pizza Hut or the Papa John's trophy.
One of them trophies, lad, you're on it.
Something food.
But he was alright, lad, last season. He had a good season, so why not bring him in, see what he's like. That other lad that we've got, Calvin
Ramsey, gone to Preston on loan.
Exactly, lad. That's mad, that. See, that's why I got confused.
Preston and Bolton, similar.
But give him a try, lad. Let's see what he's like. Having said that, we did just concede 4 goals while he was playing. So,
well, I don't think he was actually on the pitch when those goals went in. To be fair to him, he came off. Where did he come off? Oh, he might have. No, he definitely did come off.
The game, so
he started.
Off, Okay,
and a lot of the goals were in the second half.
This is what you want, lads. You need your players having game time, and this is what pre-season's for. Like Gakpo's playing left centre mid, lad.
because
You know what I mean?
Sobbo had this little ankle injury,
Yeah.
right? So again, keeping him under wraps a little bit.
Very
Gakpo's
small
playing in the
ankle injury,
left.
by the way. You've seen what Klopp said. Very minor.
Ali Maka in the midfield there as well. Just can't wait to see that
He is,
guy.
honestly, you know, this is I'm going to make a prediction now. He's going to be one of our
I'm
best
with you,
players.
actually.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, I'm
like,
with you.
I love Sobbo
The
and that. Like,
excitement and that, yeah.
But McAllister, honestly, that is a very solid footballer that we've got there, you know, and for £35 million, he is going to be, you know, the Gini Wijnaldum that we had, you know, that like runner, but he's got something going forward, he's a tackler, he can do something in the middle of the park, he can pass. That's going to be his role. I believe me, he's not a number 10, he's a number 8. Without a shadow of a doubt, that kid's a number 8.
Okay, and just ahead of him was Ben Doak. Again, do you think he's going to get minutes this season?
He's like a little legend in our club.
Yeah, cult hero.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know if any of us have watched him, but he's such a good little dribbler on the ball. For like
That's
a
his
young,
speciality, yeah.
chunky little fella. He's good at that with the ball, lad. So, like
You know what? Me and P Mac were at his
day.
debut in December. I think we were at home to Derby in the League Cup.
Is that what it was?
And he came on last 10 minutes. Must have taken on about 4 player stepovers.
Belter.
And that's what you want to see. Young, fearless players with skill, technical ability going into games.
He will struggle to get games ahead of Salah and stuff, but we're going to play 4 cups, so
I hope this is his breakout season.
I'd like to see him get a try.
I'd like to see it, right?
Players like that.
So just to round it off then, Luis Diaz, great finish. Really happy with Darwin's, both of his goals
good lads,
as well.
yeah, well done.
And the Mo Salah wasn't the best goal, but listen, it gets the draw.
I don't care, lad. That man leads the line incredibly well, lad. Always leads the line beautifully.
So next up, I believe it's Bayern Munich in Singapore. Then we have Leicester as well.
This is the one I'm actually interested in, lad. The Bayern Munich one.
Definitely.
And everyone else is,
watching it.
of course,
I mean, this one midday, Monday, behind closed doors. It's not really going to get the viewers, but 4-4. Listen. Pre-season, we're not going to read too much into it, but again, great test against Bayern. We've got Leicester as well, and then a game at Preston against, I'm not too 100% sure, and then we jump into the season. But as always, if there's any more updates transfer wise to give you, we will have them. Thank you very much, Dor, for coming back on the channel. Make sure you let us know how you viewed the game in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. Let's go and finish lunch. Hey, take care.
Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.
Please, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Kop TV.
The voice of football's most famous stand.